It is the start of Labor Day weekend, which means that it's going to get even busier here at the US Open, if that is possible, because they have broken attendance records already. Alongside me, I've got the commentators from the US Open, Nick McCarville and Irina Falconi. Thank you very much for joining me here to chat through some of the American candidates that will be playing in front of the crowds, Arthur Ashe and Armstrong particularly. Let's start with Frances Tiafoe, because he's such a character. He brings the energy, and he's got Adrian Mannarino, who really gets in your head. Will he get in his head, Nick?
Oh, I mean, Mannarino's so tricky, but Frances Tiafoe has been really using the crowd, Karthi. This is the place last year, Irina, he made the semifinals. He loves the New York crowd, and I think today, inside Armstrong, he's going to use the American crowd to really back him against Mannarino, who can be really tricky.
He can be difficult to play against, but honestly, the atmosphere, he just builds the crowd up so much. He absolutely loves it here, loves to play in the New York crowd.
Yeah, his post-match interview with us, he did without his shirt on, which was a lot of fun for the reporter. That was very interesting. Yeah. Jennifer Brady next, because she has spent so much time away from the court. She's playing Caroline Wozniacki, who has also had 2 children before coming back to tennis. This is a comeback queen's encounter, isn't it? But Jennifer's been very open about how difficult the last couple of years of injuries have been for her, and you can relate.
Absolutely difficult. You know, getting to the finals of the Australian Open and then the semifinals here, so many setbacks. You feel as though you're ready, and then to feel as though, okay, I have to come back, I'm losing time. The way that she's been playing, she's also been using that New York energy so well this week.
I think it's going to be interesting, though, because, JB, what a comeback story it's been. But Karthi, Caroline Wozniacki, I think actually the crowd's going to be pretty split. Woz loves this place. The New York crowd loves her. I love the matchup here. Very different styles in this match.
Yeah, it is going to be an interesting one. And we're talking about characters. Taylor Townsend. Oh, I'm so pleased she's playing her best tennis at the moment, but she's got Karolina Muchova, the 10th seed. How difficult is that?
It's going to be, honestly, I think, the most fun women's match to watch today.
So excited for this one.
Pumped to watch. I was really hoping I could do it as a fellow mom myself. Taylor Townsend, having Aiden here, she plays for so much more than just for herself now, and it's just going to be an exciting match. How many drop shots do you think we're going to see?
A million drop shots, and Muchova, obviously the French Open runner-up, she's coming off the momentum from the Cincinnati final, whereas Townsend, taking that doubles game, she starts the warm-up at the net, and she shows the opponent, I'm going to come to net, I'm going to hit those drop shots. Watch out for this one. Every centimeter of the court is going to be used.
And how much do the crowds know about Taylor Townsend and the background of what she's had to go through to get to this point in her career?
I think she's been very open about her journey. I remember when she did get pregnant and she was just letting everyone know, hey, don't worry, I will be back. And she has made a statement ever since.
Yeah, and the characters that the Americans are, and that they bring that out in the crowd. Just how exciting does it get, particularly in here? Arthur Ashe on a night session, particularly Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, I mean, Coco Gauff, obviously, she lights up the place, and she used the crowd. I thought she used it so well against Siegemund in the first round. I don't think she would have won that match if it wasn't on Ashe. This is Labor Day weekend in the States. Irina knows this is the time. The crowds are heaving. This is when the Americans really try to get behind the players. And really, for the first time in a few years, we've got those hopes for both on the men's and women's sides to go deep.
Just one more mention, Tommy Paul, because there are, and Taylor Fritz actually, because there are these players in the top 20 American men, and they all really back each other and support each other, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the fact that they're all doing so well, you're just constantly pushing each other to be better every single week.
Well, it's going to be a great weekend. We're very much looking forward to it. The crowds are fairly partisan, I think, this year, so it's going to be interesting to hear the noise in Arthur Ashe and on Armstrong when the Americans come out onto court.